Hello! I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to inform you that I'm currently practicing my dancing skills, so kindly disregard any awkward movements you may see from me. Even though I might appear foolish, my dog seems to be enjoying the show, although they're not expressing it. As you can see, they're right by my side, closely observing my every step, and today's weather is absolutely splendid. And I could not think of a better way to spend my day than with my beloved feathered companions. Nothing beats soaking up the sun and relishing the fresh air while in the company of my quacking buddies. So brief history, back in 2015, my family acquired our first dog when my brother's colleague offered to give him one. Initially, we only had a pond meant for fish in our backyard. However, my brother decided to bring the two ducks at home instead of one duck only. At first, I did not show much interest in them because I was preoccupied with my studies since I was still in college. Unlike ducks, I was more fond of dogs and cats. Over time, I started to notice just how unique and fascinating these ducks were. They have their own little quirks and personalities that make them so different from any other pet I've had before. It's amazing how something as simple as feeding them or watching them swim can bring me so much joy and relaxation. I guess you can say that these dogs have slowly but surely won me over with their charms and antics. As of the moment, the pond where my ducks usually swim is unfortunately unavailable due to the dry season we're experiencing here in the Philippines. But that doesn't mean they can enjoy a good swim. We've improvised by filling up a big basin with water from inside the house so they can still frolic and paddle to their heart's content. It may not be their usual pond, but seeing them happily splashing around brings joys to my heart. At present, we have a total of 21 ducks in our care, including some who are expecting to become parents soon. It's an exciting time for us, but we're also keeping our finger crossed and hoping that all the baby ducklings will be healthy and strong. It's always a joy to see new life and growth in our little duck family, and we do everything we can to make sure that they have a safe and nurturing environment to thrive in. My father has been really considerate when it comes to the ducks' living environment. He made sure that they have plenty of space to roam around freely and safely, away from any potential predators like our dogs. Although I love my dogs, they can sometimes be a bit mischievous and playful, especially when it comes to the ducks' eggs. So it's great to see my dad putting in the effort to ensure both the ducks and the dogs can live harmoniously together in our household. Although the weather may seem a bit gloomy today, the scenery surrounding us is still quite breathtaking. As you may notice, just beyond the house there is a stunning rice farm. These lands do not belong to my family, unfortunately. But I will be able to take you all in a tour on my family very own rice farm and share with you the stunning greenery and peaceful atmosphere in my future vlogs. It's currently time for me to feed my dogs, and interesting enough, my cats love to tag along during feeding time. Surprisingly, my cats don't seem to be afraid of the dogs anymore, as they have grown accustomed to each other's presence over time. Whenever it's feeding time for my dogs, I can't help but get excited. I always make it a point to run towards their area to get their attention. It's hilarious to see how they all start following me in a line, waddling as fast as their little legs can carry them. And you know who else joins in on the fun? My cat Russia. Although at times it seems like Russia is trying to run away from the dogs, but really he's just playing a game of chase with them. And he's a really curious cat. To that, I also have to remember the soon-to-be mama ducks because they are laying their eggs. They tend to stay in one place and conserve their energy. They become more protective of their eggs and will even hiss and bite if anyone gets too close. It's amazing how they devoted their art to their future ducklings, and I always make sure to give them the care and attention they need. Feeding the ducks, China, my cat, came to me for some attention. It's always nice to have her around during feeding time, but this time she seemed to want more than just watching. She stayed for a while and then eventually wandered off when she saw the other cats playing around. It's funny how cats can be so unpredictable and easily distracted, but it's always entertaining to have them around. As I continued to feed and observe my ducks, a smile began to spread across my face, and I realized how much happiness these little creatures were bringing into my life. As a person in my mid 20s, I often feel overwhelmed with the pressures of the future and the many decisions I have to make. But in that moment, watching the ducks, all seems my worries to disappear. It's amazing how something as simple as spending time with animals can bring so much joy and peace to our lives.